guys get the notifications to come on and join me. So as anybody jumps on, just kind of throw some signs up so I know that people can hear me and that you are here, and then we will get this started. So just kind of let me know if the sound is okay and all of that good stuff, and we will get rocking with this. Super excited to chat with you guys about challenge groups tonight. This is something that I've done from day one with my business, so I'm really excited to share a little bit about how I personally go about running them. So give it a minute here and we will wait for some people to hop on. Yeah, as you guys hop on, just kind of let me know that the sound is okay, that you can hear me, that it's all good, and then hello. Yeah, so just let me know if all is good and then I'll get going here. Super excited. Hi Sean, hi Melanie. Awesome. Can you guys hear me? Is the sound okay and everything? Make sure it's all good. All good? All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and just get going here. So I'm going to talk all about challenge. Okay, awesome, perfect. So I'm going to talk all about challenge groups tonight. I'm going to share with you basically to a T what I do, like how I set up my challenge groups every month, the schedule and flow that I follow. And I think it's really important to keep in mind that it is so easier on you if you get a system down right off the bat with challenge groups so that you can just kind of flow with it month to month. Reason I say that is because your network will start realizing what you do, and so they're going to be accustomed to every month you're running a new group, and it's going to just kind of make it where people will say, well, I can't do this this month, but make sure you contact me next month. So creating that consistency and that schedule helps so much. So I want to first talk a little bit about how I personally approach challenge groups, because I do it a little bit differently. I actually do not call them challenge groups. I call them workshops. So this is just my approach. So just, if you don't like it, don't use it. But I just want to share that there's other options in terms of how you approach this. My mentality going into challenge groups is I want to create a thriving community. I want something that is just pumped full of people that are excited, almost like they feel like they're special for getting to be added into this community. So I don't like to approach it more of like challenge groups, because I don't want to have them even think there's a deadline. So that's why I like to always call it like workshops and stuff like that. So get creative with the way that you approach your groups, because whatever vision you have for challenge groups and for how you want to run your groups, that's where you get to just kind of have so much fun with it. So for me, I definitely approach it with the goal of I want to have a supportive, energetic, thriving community of people where they can come and connect, get guidance, make friends, feel like they belong, while creating a healthy lifestyle. So I approach it as a lifestyle group. Every month I take on new clients that get added into the group so they get a part of the community. So that's kind of how I do it, and I love that because I feel like it builds a tribe feeling, and people are like excited to be a part of that. So that's just a little tip for you. Create kind of like a goal for how do you want your community groups to be like. What do you want them to feel like? What do you want to be, adding value? How do you want to be adding value to people? And what kind of, like culture and community do you want to be creating? And that way you can start speaking to people in that way. So keep in mind, you guys, people are going to join your groups and want to be a part of what you run because of you. So that's a really important thing to understand, that you're the reason people join your groups. It's not because of the programs. It's not because of the products or anything like that. Yes, those are outlets that they're going to start doing, but they're going to say yes because of you. So you have to be sharing your journey and story so they say yes to you, and so they say yes to you over someone else. I've seen it so many times where somebody could have probably had way more success with a group, but they didn't share their story enough, so they didn't build that trust and connection with people to the point where they were like, yes, I want to be a part of their community group, right? The more you share your story and your journey, the more interest you're going to build in your group. So sharing your journey and your story just like once or twice a month, not gonna build that trust and that connection with people. We've got to be putting it up there every day. We got to be sharing what our lives look like, what what we're doing, what we're a part of, and just kind of breadcrumbing that throughout our day to day, because that's what's going to get people to be like, that's the person I want to go with, People can get their programs and their products everywhere, like I just mentioned, but they're going to say yes to you, like I just mentioned. So know what you want to be known for is something really, really important to understand. And know what type of culture and community you want to be building within your groups, and think about, so one thing this is something when I started really crafting like a community group rather than just like an ever-changing brand new challenge group, is what do I have to offer? What do I want to be known for? And that's where you guys, your story is what you're going to be known for. So the things you've gone through, your messes, are your journey and your story, and that's your message of what you can help other people with. So all the things that you go through throughout your journey, that's what, if you're sharing it, if you're opening up and sharing the successes, the struggles, the wins, the losses, and just being that open book and treating your social medias like a journal, that's going to create trust and belief in you as a coach, and it's going to get people coming to you because they're going to connect to your story. So that's what can really help you build your own your groups in a way that you're going to attract people that are like-minded, and that's what we want, right? We want to work with people that are like us, that we jive with and we connect with. So be the type of challenger you'd want in your groups. You got to show up, you got to be posting, and you got to be adding value, right? That's one thing I always think about is like, if I'm not seeing my group thriving the way that I envision it to thrive, or I'm not attracting the people that I'm wanting to attract, I don't just wallow on, why is my group not lively? Why is this? I say, okay, I got to be that myself. I'm a coach. I got to lead by example and do it myself. And if I do it, I'm going to attract like minds to it too. So that's the best way you can really, really build that connection up. It is about the stories and the experiences and the journey behind the programs and products, not the name dropping of programs and products, that's gonna build your interest. So I really want to hone in on that, because I think that's where people get so scared, like, I don't want to invite to my groups because I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to, just push products on people. You're not. You're sharing your story, your journey. If you're sharing your story and your journey, those things sell themselves. You never will have to worry about it. So focus on you, your story, and your journey, and the rest will be history. It'll just come naturally with the process. So a couple little tips here, and then I'm going to switch into some actionable items. You guys are helping people see what's possible for them by sharing your own journey. So if you don't share, no one's going to know who you are or what you're about, and you're also kind of being a little selfish. This is something that earlier on a training call I forget who, I watched so many trainings today, I kind of forget which one it was, but I heard the coach said, we're selfish if we don't invite. If we don't invite, we are truly being selfish, because we're holding back the possibility of helping other people, and that's what we do as coaches. So if we don't share our journey, we don't have any way to inspire, and if we don't invite people to our groups, we have no way to help people. So it's that nice balance of sharing yourself and getting out there and inviting people. So rip the Band-Aid off, you guys, and just start sharing that journey and inviting people to your groups. So a couple little questions, food for thought, things that can craft really great posts that are almost like jab posts for your challenge groups. This is a structure I follow all the time, and I'm going to go into it a little bit deeper here in a minute, but a structure I follow very, very often whenever I'm promoting a challenge group or anything, coach op, anything, is I follow a jab, right hook social media posting schedule. So some jabs are almost like breadcrumbing, kind of like makes people curious, makes people like, I want to know more about this. What's this about? It's like planting a seed in your social media posts. So some good questions that, if you have pen and paper, I recommend writing them down, because you can craft really great posts off of these questions. So ask yourself the question, create a great post about it. The first one is, what would life look like without groups in my life? What would my life look like if challenge groups never existed for me? If I wasn't ever a part of a group, what would my life look like? How have groups or this community helped you? So what have you benefited from? What has changed through you being a part of challenge groups? What kind of, perks or mental, physical, emotional, maybe financial changes have you gone through because of groups? There are so many different things that we've gone through. Just got to kind of dig deep and look and see like, whoa, yeah, it has changed this much, and share that publicly. And then focus on felt, feel, found. So I felt this way in the past, I feel this way now, and I found that this is what helped me. Challenge groups, 21-day fix program, the nutrition system, this, that, the other thing, whatever it is, and share that process, because those are things that are seeds that are planted in people's minds when you share them on social media. Other little things that kind of spark curiosity and interest in your groups is going to be shouting people out and talking about your groups in your posts. So some little sneak peek things I do all the time in my posts is I'll say like, getting ready to drop a ton of recipes in my wellness community group for my girls. I cannot wait for them to add these to their meal plan for the upcoming week. I'll just like little sneak peeks of, oh, I'm getting ready to do this for my community group, or do this or that, because people are going to be like, what is this and how do I get in it? So that's a really great way that it's not slimy or salesy. It's like sparking curiosity. And then whoever likes or comments any posts, you guys, that are about your fitness, your nutrition, your business, your groups, you better send them an invite. And I'm going to go into that in more detail in a minute. But those are ways that you can jab, create little sparks of curiosity. And then when you go to right hook, and the right hook is going to be a direct invite. Like, I am now accepting 3 new clients for the month of October, blah, 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 a direct invite post. You better believe people are going to be way more interested if you had all those jabs prior, because they're going to be like, what the heck is this and how do I get into it? So that's a really good way to build curiosity on your social medias. So I want to talk to you about my challenge group formula of how I launch, promote, and close it up and get people in my groups every single month. So this has been a goal of mine since I've been a business builder coach, is every month by the 15th, I have to have 3 new clients in my community group. I set specific goals of how many people do I want to help in my community group, new clients every month, and it's always by the 15th. So when do I launch my paid challenge group? The beginning of the month. Never fails. The first of every month, that paid challenge group goes up every single month. And guess what? My network expects it now. I get messages all the time that say like, I can't do it this month, but will you make sure to send me a message right at the end of this month so we can get set up for next month? Create that expectation for people. They're going to be like, this is valuable. I see all her posts. I see all this and that. I am in it. So the first thing I do when I'm getting ready, so say this is the first of the month, right now. Well, actually, I would start planning 3 days prior. So say it's the last three days of this month. This is the first thing I do. I schedule and plan it. So I take a day. It takes me like a half an hour. It doesn't take a long time. I plan it out. So I'm going to launch it at the beginning of the month. So I'm going to get it planned out. Okay, when am I going to launch it? How long am I going to invite to it? When's it going to start? I always do it, launch it in the beginning of the month, and by mid-month, it's going to be closed, and I will have those 3 to 5 people set up, ready to rock. And that's my focus. I got to get Success Club 5 minimum by the 15th of every month, and I've hit Success Club for 24 months now. So it works, you guys. You just got to consistently do it, and it will work without a doubt. So first things first, beginning of the month, get that up there and start planning. The next thing you want to do, once you have a game plan of I'm launching it here, it's going to be invited for this amount of time, and then it starts here and it's closed and it's started. The next thing you do, theme it and name it. So this is something I do special every single month. So even though I run an ongoing group that, I don't open a brand new group up every month. It's the same community group that new clients get plugged into every month. But even saying that, I still, every month, I change the theme, I change the name, and I market it very, very specifically to my target audience, to my avatar. So I'm speaking directly to them, to their needs, to their wants, and they're like me. So it's the stuff I want and I need. So it makes it really easy to talk about. So I theme it and I name it. I make it very, very exciting. That's a little tip. You better be freaking excited about this stuff. I'm saying, like, get out there and be like, oh my God, I cannot wait. Make your post so colorful and exciting. Make people be like, what the heck is this? I don't know, but I want in on it. Make it so, so fun for people. So another thing I do when I'm theming it and naming it, I go with the seasons. So I think, okay, it's coming to fall. People are probably, holidays are coming up, this, that. The other thing is getting cooler. People are going to want to bring their health and fitness in the home right now because they don't want to go outside. It's going to start getting cold. I pay attention to the surroundings, to holidays, and I just hone in on what do people need in this season that we're in, and I market it to that. So, ask yourself, what would my network need? What do I find a common theme that they need? What do I usually hear people say they're struggling with, or what are their goals? And cater and theme and name your challenge groups accordingly. So, let me see what else. Okay, so after I've themed it and named it, the next step I do, I open a Facebook event every single month without a fail. Always, always, always. So I have it planned out. I have it themed and named. That Facebook event is going up. And so the Facebook events, you guys, are golden. Golden, 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 golden. Use them, use them, use them. So this is how I use them and how they work really well for me. So I first and foremost, I open that event, I put the little script description in it, and then I invite my friends list, but I invite my relationship builder list. I invite the people that I've been recently adding to my network, forming, relationship building, talking to, but I haven't yet invited them, or maybe I have and they didn't commit. They all get invited to that event. And then once I've done that, I turn it into a sneak peek. So that event is a sneak peek until the challenge group starts. So I am going to post in that event once or twice a day. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do live video in the event and give little snippets and glimpses and make it really fun and exciting and pump it up. And that's where you get to be you. Like, they're going to see you and they're going to get really excited and connect with you personally. And they're going to see the value. You have, like, amazing benefit of using these events and sharing so much value with them. So anybody who RSVPs to the event, or anybody who comments and likes, because this is the special little thing about, hi Chelsea, this is the special thing about events. Even if someone doesn't RSVP, the moment you invite them, unless they go in and they click, I'm not going, they get notifications anytime you post in that event. So I can't tell you how many times I've, made an event, only 20 people RSVP'd, but I make a specific post and I get 50 likes on this post, and 90% of them didn't even RSVP. But then I invite them and they want to be a part of the group. So people are going to get notified every time you post in that event. It's golden, you guys. It's amazing. So what I do is anybody who RSVPs or comments and likes in the event, I send them a message and I say, oh my God, thank you so much for being a part of this event and checking it out. I so appreciate that. Super curious. Are you, like, does it seem like something you want to be a part of or learn more about? I'd love to share some info if so. So casual. Thank them. Send them a little invite. There you go. Copy and paste public posts, or go back to old posts. Maybe you made really good recipes or a post that got a ton of traction, and plug them into the event. I do this all the time. I'll scroll through Instagram way back to the bottom and look at posts that got a lot of engagement, or I'll go through my Facebook page and look at posts that got a lot of engagement that are health and wellness or challenge group related, and I'll copy and paste them into the event to get a quick post up in there to build value and to share with them. Those are little ways to really, really use those events for, like, maximum. So once I've got that event up, I'm going to post in there every day, no matter what, until the start date. So then after that, I'm also privately messaging. So I'm messaging anybody who likes or comments on anything in the event. Anytime I make a jab post or a right hook post, anybody who likes or comments gets an invite. And then I'm just rolling through and seeing like who I'm like, man, you know, I would love for them to be a part of this. I'm going to invite them. It's casual, you guys. This is something where we get to build friendships. We get to build connections, have fun with it. Keep it lighthearted and be like, dude, this is amazing. I want you to be a part of this. You are my person that I want in this group, and make them feel important. So one thing I love to do when I'm like, I want to invite, but I'm like, I don't know who to invite to my challenge group. This is what I do. After I've opened this Facebook event, I send them, pick whoever, people commenting and liking, or through my friends list or whatever, and I'll send them a message and be like, hey, I got this up and coming such and such group getting ready to start, or I have this event started. I would love you to check out the event. If I sent you the Facebook link for you to check it out, would you look it over and see if it's something up your alley? Simple. Send them the Facebook event link, and then boom, they're in there, and you can start sharing value and getting them excited about it. It's a casual way to invite by sending them the Facebook event link, and then they're super excited. So those are little ways. Another way to invite real quickly, I'm trying to wrap it up because I know I can talk forever, but is messaging people and saying, I have this amazing up and coming group. I'm so excited about it. And I was I just had you on my mind, and I thought you might know somebody that would be interested in something like this. Do you have anybody that you think would love to be a part of something like this? Don't even invite them. Ask them if they know other people, because they're going to come back and say, well, yeah, but me too. And that's a really easy way to take the pressure off. Just have fun with it, you guys. Inviting does not have to be scary unless you make it scary. Like, it should be something where you're like, oh my God, this person's amazing. I want to invite them. That's how I approach everything. It's like, this person looks sweet. I want to know them more. So I got to get them a part of my community. Get in here. Let's hang out. That's what it's all about. It's us connecting and growing together. So after I've set up, and I'm privately inviting, so on and so forth, I'm also making those public posts every day. So jabbing, right hooking, jabbing, right hooking. You got to stay consistent with sharing that journey, sharing what you have going on, and just putting it out there publicly, letting your private posts match what you're putting out publicly, or letting your private messages reflect what you're posting publicly, so that as soon as you message somebody, you guys, you better believe they're jumping to your pages to see, like, well, what's she a part of? If you don't have anything on your public pages, they're going to be like, what's she even talking about? Or what's he even talking about? So make sure it matches, right? And then repetition and consistency is key. I've been doing this schedule for over 2 years. So it works, but you got to do it over and over and over again and stay with it. So if you hear no's, it just means you haven't shared enough yet. You haven't shown them the worth yet. So just keep plugging away and showing up and building those connections, and people will see the value and want to be a part of your amazing club that you have. So, so I have some little final tips for you guys, and then I'm going to let you go. So my last little tip, stay in phase 1. Stay in phase 1. So no matter where you are, I don't care if you're 15-star like Christy, or you are a brand new coach that just signed up, you have to stay in phase 1. We have to be working on ourselves and showing up to us, or else we can never expect anybody else to do it. So if you are not acting as a challenger yourself, that is my first call to action. Gut check yourself. Are you showing up to a challenge group? You should either be in a team. Like, if you're on my team, you guys know you have challenge groups you're a part of. And if you're, whatever team you're on, or just part of Epic, you have like all the resources in the universe to succeed, but you have to utilize them. So first tip for you guys, stay in phase 1 and gut check yourself. Are you actually showing up to these things? Are you posting in events or in challenge groups yourself? Are you being a challenger in challenge groups and on your social media? Are you leading by example, sharing the journey? Because if you're not, don't expect anybody else to. Don't. Because they won't. You're not doing it. So how can you ask anybody else to do it? Stay in phase 1. Always, always, always. Be accountable and lead the way by staying in phase 1. And show others what's possible by doing it yourself first. A next tip, use your groups that you're already in. So if your upline gave you a group, or your team has you plugged into a group, use that to build your confidence and to kind of break the ice a little bit. So maybe you're scared about sharing on social media like vulnerably. Maybe you're scared about sharing your journey. Challenge groups, post it in there first. Like, get used to sharing and posting by posting in the groups first, and then you can copy and paste it onto your pages. Another thing, if you're uncomfortable with video, live video and stuff, go live in the challenge groups. Build that confidence up by doing it there first. Get your feet wet, find your groove, mess up, because no one's gonna care. If you guys are in my group, you know, like, go, mess up, fail forward, do it, but get out there and rip the Band-Aid off and try these things, you guys, because I'll tell you, if you never try, you will never know what you're capable of, but you got to get out there and actually do this stuff. Another tip is use free groups to your benefit to build your confidence in yourself and to build trust in your network. So free groups are kind of your way to mess up, you guys. I ran free groups for my whole first year as a hobby coach, and I will tell you that was like my best thing I ever did because I built so much trust. Run free groups. It's going to get you comfortable. It's going to get you not fearing inviting. It's going to build your own style of how you want to do groups. And then anybody you bring into your new network, like any new friends you bring into your network, invite them to a free group. You're going to start showing them value in what you have to offer and who you are right away. So use those free groups to your benefit. I like to keep them short and sweet. 7 days at the most, short and sweet. At the end of the month, run a free group so that you can roll them over and invite them to your paid group at the beginning of the next month. Last little tip, inviting is what we do as coaches, you guys. So inviting to your challenge groups, this is what we do. So if you're not inviting, then how are you going to help people? We've got to invite and build these challenge groups up and show people what we have to offer. It doesn't have to be scary unless you make it scary. Like I said, it's not anything that's like, you know, going to kill you or anything like that. It's just getting out there and just having fun. The best thing you can do, you guys, is just think about how you would invite to a friend. And think about what kind of culture and community you want to build in your groups and radiate that out with how you talk to people. If you need to, speak your posts, speak your invites and stuff out loud and be like, is that how I really sound? Keep it simple and just be you. Just be natural. Focus on helping people. Focus on solving people's problems and providing solutions, and you will never feel like you have to sell a challenge group or sell a challenge package. Your goal is to help people, to get people results, to change lives, and to impact. It's not to sell challenge packages. The challenge packages are tools to get there and to get people there. So focus on helping, focus on solving problems and providing solutions, and you will rock your challenge groups. You'll have a thriving community of people getting results and having fun, and it'll just be an amazing experience for everyone. So I hope those were good tips for you guys. That's what I got for you. If you guys have any questions, I didn't even get to read anything. So if you guys have any questions or anything, just post them in the comments and I'll make sure to jump on afterwards and go through them. Otherwise, thank you guys for coming on live and have an awesome night. Bye, guys.